Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE NITE, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then look no further, because you can join said Discord group by clicking on... I definitely spelled that wrong. Hold on. Oh my, ooh. Let's just try that one again, shall we? Let's just try that one from scratch. There we go. By clicking on that link. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that, you'll find all the various requests you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players. Exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop in to versus mode. We'll get ourselves started here, and let me know if there's anyone who would like to, well, join in for our first match of the day. Did have a little bit of technical difficulties with it's a really frustrating thing where for some reason, sometimes when I plug in my headphones, my microphone stops registering on my computer and vice versa, so I get into this song of dance of unplug one, plug in the other, and just sequencing them in various different ways, and controller sometimes factors into it seemingly, and so all that is to say, at the moment, we have both in-game audio and my mic audio working, but there has been at least one occasion on which my computer has acted up in this regard, and mid-stream, my microphone has just stopped registering for no reason. So just a heads up that if I suddenly go silent with no explanation, that is probably the reason for it. And unfortunately, given how it does take a little bit of finicking around with it, it might take a little bit to get it back up, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully it's truly fine now. But anyways, that's hopefully an aside. So let me know if there's anyone who would like to get us started today, and let me get into Discord as well. Let's see. There we are. Okay. And of course, as always, you can start throwing out some requests, but generally speaking, feel like it's probably easier to first establish who is getting in to start things off rather than, you know, doing all the requests first. Also may or may not scare some people off if they're like, no, I don't want to use 100%, I don't know, mastery-less demons for the first match of the day. Just to throw some random thing out there. And normally I would say, you know, if we need someone to fill in for a little bit to play a few matches while we're waiting for other people to get in on the stream, I would volunteer to do so. However, the thing that set off this whole microphone issue in the first place was the act of me unplugging my controller, so I'm very reluctant to do anything with my controller right now. It is unplugged, and I would like to keep it that way, ideally for the entirety of the stream, so as to not provoke the microphone, headphone, stream, audio gods. But okay, so Nor and Wisty both say they can jump in. Perfect. Perfect. Just what we're looking for then. Let me get Steam Friends up. Let's see, there's Wisty. Okay. Noise. Once you two are in, if one of you could just, or both of you could just establish who's player one, who's player two. I'm guessing, based on the triumvirates, this is Wisty player one and Anor player two. Seems so? Okay. Let me enter in your information then. This one will be Wisty. Wisty. And this one is gonna be, oh, spelling is off today. There we go. It's okay. I had it hid, so you couldn't even tell that I was spelling even the simplest of names wrong. There we are. Okay. So, now that we have established who is in, perhaps this is the time, if we are looking to do this, to set up any specific requests. So up to you if you want to give our two players, Wistine and Nor, some time to settle in. Nice, easy, straightforward matches, no specific requests. Or, on the other hand, you could, of course, go for complete and utter chaos. It's up to you. I picked the song. Huh. What do I want? That is a good question, then. What kind of tone are we trying to set here? What kind of tone are we looking for? Let's go... Let's do Snake Soul. I feel like that's just one that never gets requested. Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't remember what it sounds like. So also that. That might have something to do with it as well. But it looks like this might be everything request-wise. So, okay. Fair enough. Why don't we get started? The random techno one? What?
Hark, exiles. Welcome.
I don't remember a random techno one. I'm intrigued.
Opportunity to prove your worth. Prevail and step closer.
I don't know.
Freedom.
We
Fates
shall see.
Stand prepared. Prepare yourselves, night wings. Now we shall get started.
Okay, well, no requests affecting your team composition here, so that much is totally up to you. Right, obviously I remember Dread Design, but wait, so this is this Bertrude's theme? I think I can sort of imagine Bertrude's theme. Has a lot of, horns, right? Or at least is very horn-centric. Alright, well, it's an exploding Lady River to start things off for Wisty. So, talk about setting the tone. That's one way to do it. Whereas Enor's going for a quick throwing stowaway. Then a saluting Prayer Beads Bertrude is the second choice for Wisty. Wisty is definitely coming out and quickly making a statement here. Next, Speedy Pamitha for Enor. Now on to the final choices for each player. And for Wisty, it is also Pamitha, though in this case for the stuns on Titan Tooth.
Before we do anything, Liz, could you invite me? I have lots and lots of bad spikes. And
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try uninviting, reinviting then. No worries. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Should be resent. Don't know if you can tell if that's gonna be any better.
Yeah, it's slightly better, thanks.
Okay, great. Alright, so then it's Webland Thorntizo with the Imp Salute, so a bit of a counter to Wisty's Crone Salute. Here is a Nor. Speedy Harp plays. Good for a 20 damage plunge to get things started today. Nor with the teleporting stowaway and sets up a quick throw this time for 20 damage. The exploding worm, though, does explode upon the stowaway, and now it is Wisty with Whelp. The exploding worm is back. Series of explosions, really, until the throw is intercepted from the stowaway. Stowaway, however, gets the second attempt in here for 20 damage. Stowaway trying to run away from Lady River, but can't quite escape. But Pamitha gets rid of Lady River and is now plunging in for 20 damage. And with that 20 damage, Wisty now running low. Nor looking for the finishing touches here. But Wisty with an unblockable worm throw. Oh, except it's short. Stowaway. Throw intercepted, but banishes one of the defenders. Only to be banished. Wisty goes straight on in with Lady River for 15 damage plunge, but with no prayer beads. Means now no Lady River in this round for Wisty. Pamitha. Titan Tooth stun. Will slow down Anor here. Give Wisty a little bit of time, almost enough to set up the Harp push, but not quite. Instead, leaps in for 30. And had prayer beads on Bertrude, so she is back. Wisty still at full strength. Oh, and dramatic interception there from Wisty. Stowaway hanging out next to the Pyre, though. Gets the pass and finishes the job.
GG.
GG.
And such a well-conducted victory it was.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Now let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. We've given the players their warm-up match, if you will, so anything is fair game at this point. I think is fair to say. But otherwise, we'll just reset ourselves to our defaults here. And if you don't have anything in particular in mind, then of course, as always, we can have the players take whatever they want. Up to you. Core's choosing Exiles. See what Core has in mind here, and or if there's anything else in addition to that. No masteries. Okay. Yup. No masteries. No talismans. What is the Exiles component, though? Pick each other's Exiles. Okay. So you are picking your opponent's Exiles. But remember, they will not have any talismans, they will not have any masteries. So, not only is it very simple, but it's also, well, up to you as to whether you want to try to sabotage your opponents, or actually give them something you think will be half decent. No duplicates on one team. So you mean, like, each character must be from a different class as well? Like you can't do triple harps, for example. Okay, gotcha. Does that make sense? So have we kept track of all those things? So the no talismans, no masteries, that's straightforward enough because that's going to be automatically happening. But you're picking your exiles for the opponent, and you can't repeat any of the same class. So that's a lot of stuff. But let's jump in. Let's see what it all looks like.
The fate
It's on the
shall
book.
take on
Okay.
the Night Wings.
So that means Anor is picking Wisty's exiles here.
Who shall conduct the rites?
No masteries, no talismans. Anor says a harp. Okay, so it'll be Tamitha first. Now Wisty is picking for Anor.
Him.
Oh, Headwind right here.
Tizo.
Okay, so now not allowed to take any harps. Other than that, Anor, you are choosing for Wisty. Occur. Second selection that Anor is making on Wisty's behalf.
Ruki.
Now Wisty choosing Anor's second exile, so in this case no imps allowed anymore.
Lendl.
Lendl it'll be.
Lendl.
Okay, so that means no curs, no harps, as Anor is choosing Wisty's final exile. A demon. A demon will be Wisty's final exile. So Wisty goes Ignarius. Now Wisty choosing Anor's final exile. No imps, no nomads allowed. Though I must say the second nomad's raiment colors on the Nightwings, fire. Very Gareth-esque, I might note. Preferences here for Anor's final exile, Wisty?
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Just remarking about the wonderful raiment colors that Headwind is sporting right now.
Yeah.
Choose someone.
Demon.
Demon.
Jodariel.
Alright, so here we go. No masteries, no talismans. The players choosing their opponent's exiles and no repeat classes. So a lot of things going into this, and it is definitely a little out of the ordinary, a little unfamiliar territory, as it's not very often that players are using no masteries and no talismans, and they didn't even get to pick what their teams were. So we'll see how quickly they can adjust here. Some things that perhaps players tend to take for granted. That they might realize, oh wait, no, I don't have that if I don't have any masteries. I don't have that if I don't have any talismans.
Into the adversary's flame.
We shall find out. Anor with Lendl here. He's cornered. But Tizo making moves, he's blocked. But banishes two of Wisty's defenders. Jody banished as well. Now Lendl against Tamitha. Tamitha wins that duel, only to get taken out by Tizo.
Now go.
Iggy, he's taken out. Wisty momentarily defenseless.
The Night Wings are
Just
about
enough
to
time
strike.
for Tizo to throw it in for 15.
Good.
Now Wisty with Ruki and Tamitha. Tamitha banished, though.
Now then.
Anor with Tizo. Ooh, aggressive move from Anor. Pushed away from the Pyre, though, and Orb momentarily intercepted, but Anor does get the rebound.
Someone grasp
Wisty,
the
however,
orb.
unfazed. Free Orb at the moment, though. Wisty picks back up with Ruki. He's taken out. Back with Tizo.
Get out, Tizo.
Now Lendl. Demon versus Demon. Ignarius on one side, Jody the other. Now Tamitha rushed down by Jody. As is Iggy, as is everybody. Jody going on a 1 demon tear here and does have enough time for the full 30 damage on that throw. Tizo blocked, but now banished. Ooh, double banishment from Lendl. Opportunity here for Anor. Time for the full 20 damage throw.
Yes.
Tizo over the cast. And over the defender. In for 15. And that means 1 score, potentially all that Anor would need here. Unless it's a quick throw. But she is Tizo-less. Not that it'll matter here, because Lendl will get the job done.
The night wings prevail.
GG.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Alright. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything that we'd like to see for the next one. Oh, and Anor comes in and turns Customize off. Okay, it was only a matter of time before we had our first Customize off match. Now, granted, I assume when it comes to your Customize off match, you're still looking for talismans and the full 4 masteries, right? Okay. So we could still do an arena, we could still do a song, but otherwise the Customize off request does account for many things here. Knights of the Sea. Okay, we'll see if Anor predicts either the location or perhaps some exiles with that Knights of the Sea request. Any Gilmans or Deluges. Doesn't look like we have any arena requests, though, to accompany that. So I think we'll get started.
The fate shall now.
Well, it is not the boat.
The night wings.
Double sap, and I believe that's a savage on Wisty's side.
Commence.
Then a demon, 1 worm, and 1 nomad for Anor. So there's a little bit of worm theme going on here to accompany the Knights of the Sea. See how players can make use of whatever it is that they have for their setups. Okay, Numbing Gust is going to slow down Anor significantly when all of Wisty's exiles are banished. Wisty with the stowaway in her best Almer impression.
Into the adversary's flame.
Jody does have Celestial Spike. We saw, obviously, Wisty has the Numbing Gust. See what else we can learn here. Oh, well, we definitely learned something about Lady River. We definitely learned that. I mean, there had to be a Cursed Talisman, right? It's Customize off. There always has to be a Cursed Talisman. It's Blackheart on Lady River. This time, she does come back with the Infinite Stamina rather than coming back in Howler form. Oh, for a second there, I assumed that Wisty was going to lose possession when Anor jumped next to the throwing exile, but was not the case. But Anor gets it back and throws it in here for 11 from her worm. And That is actually our first score of the match, because we did see one of Wisty's talismans, I think it was from one of the saps, was dealing 10 damage to Nora's Pyre. That's why Nora started with 90. Which puts us functionally on even ground here. Mooncrest on Jody. That's actually not bad for Nora. Chance of Jody coming back just about instantly from banishment on an exile that does have very low hope. So when it triggers, that will be useful. Perhaps that at least helps to make up for the Cursed Talisman that Nora also got. It's a little bit of both ends of the spectrum there. There's the Celestial Spike we were talking about. It is very effective. There's the Mooncrest, once again activating as well. Well defended by Wisty. Tricky thing for Wisty here is, of course, how best... Oh, as Nora is in Howler form. How best for Wisty to manufacture offense with 2 saps. It is easier said than done, as they are oftentimes a little bit more of a defensively oriented class. Wisty, however, does have the stowaway here, and the Savages are usually quite offensive, but it might take a little bit of time to figure out what the stowaway has setup-wise, as in the meantime, it is Nor throwing it in for 30 with her Demon. Oh, the stowaway does have the salute, and nearly got a throw off there, but intercepted. Jody banished. Wisty sets up a wall of saplings. Waits for the stowaway to return. Here she is. Anor. She's a very speedy Howler. Can say that much. Howler's unable to sprint, but their stats are, in some ways, kind of based on the stats of whatever the class is that they are originating from. So because that is a Howler that was once a worm, it is a particularly speedy Howler. But there is enough time. Even with the Numbing Gust slowing Anor down for a second there, still enough time for Jody to plunge there, but it does mean, without Prayer Beads, that Jody is gone for this round. Combine that with at least the threat for Anor of losing her worm, if that worm does transform into Howler, and that could put Anor at a pretty distinct numbers disadvantage here. We'll see if Wisty can find a way to capitalize on that. As everyone gone on Anor's side, right as I was saying, it means plenty of time for Wisty to plunge here with the stowaway. But it does mean no stowaway for this round for Wisty, and that is going to be a very tricky situation to work around. As we were saying before, that's where most of the offense you would think would be coming from.
Now to the flame.
Is there a way to make something happen with the saps? Well, Wisty is going to find out. Does set up a decent spot here with one of the saps. Probably not quite in throwing range, but getting fairly close. The saps do have long throwing range, but of course, by committing forward, does make Wisty more vulnerable to an Anor attack. Saplings do help. The Numbing Gust certainly helps. Does buy Wisty just enough time. Anor still pressing forward here. Wisty completely defenseless, but thanks to the Numbing Gust, slows Anor down, and there is Anor once again with the Howler. But as we see here, like I was saying, it's a pretty fast Howler. As of right now, it is still a Howler, which means it is still functionally a useless exile for Anor, at least defensively.
So much for Volfred. One triumvirate stands unopposed.
Anor with the Howler, not this time. But it did get banished, which of course means it might come back as Lady River, or it might come back as Howler once again. No, it is Lady River. Nearly, but not quite enough time for Wisty to get the throw off there. And just enough time for Nor to plunge, even with the Numbing Gust slowing her down. The worms are, in many ways, the best counter to Numbing Gust, because even when they can't sprint, they're still fast enough with their base speed. They can, as we just saw there, still make it in sometimes. Nor checking for the Brazen Manor. Oh, does have it. Of course, Wisty does have 2 saps. We know at least one of them has Numbing Gust, which is on the opposite side of the tree from any of the rekindling. So we know one sap has little to no rekindling. We don't know what the story is with the second one, though.
Alas for
Did Wisty luck out and get a sap that has a ton of rekindling there, or did Wisty get very unlucky and have what were functionally redundant masteries from the saps, with potentially both of them going full left side for the Numbing Gust?
the sacred miracle
Well, it's
has
only
put
10
the
rekindling,
flame
and
to
that
life.
is not what Wisty wanted to see.
Now then,
Jody vanished. Here's the stowaway, big jump. The throw, however, intercepted. Nor. Jody looking to throw,
and it is done.
and
GG.
gets the winning
GG.
The
score.
Nightwings prevail. And
GG.
what a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you
The
two.
ceremony is complete.
All right, well, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let me know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll turn Customize back on and we'll reset the song at the very least. And as always, if we don't have anything in particular we're looking for here, we can just have the players take whatever they'd like. That works too. And it's looking like that might be what we have lined up. Oh, hold on. It's the cairn for an arena at the very least. Nothing else from Phaler. Okay. Core, you have Core's attention. You have Core's attention. But it looks like, at least in terms of requests, that will be it. The rest is up to the players. As for how they choose to be inspired by this arena, that remains to be seen.
The fate versus the Nightwings. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests affecting your team
Who
composition
shall
here.
conduct the rites?
That much is entirely up to you. And for Wisty, that means a saluting Prayer Beads Crone. So Wisty will be able to transform all of Anora's exiles into defenseless howlers once during this match, and we saw that happen in the previous Customize Off match, not because of a Crone salute, but because of a Cursed Talisman.
Tizo.
So Nora is familiar with how that feels right now. Did not opt to take the worm, or rather the Imp Salute to transform back into Imp form, though, as Wisty goes double Crone. And Anor goes Prayer Beads on Pamitha. Misty going back to the saps, this time with Nutrition Stick on Volfred. Pam, my beloved, Nor says. Not sure I realized Pam was held in such high regard. Then Mooncrest on Headwind is the final choice for Nor. Alright, so here we go. And we are already seeing the hockey pucks flying around here.
All of the fates
But everyone down on Wisty's side. No numbing gust this time round. So Nora's still able to fly in there for 20 with Pamitha, and as we were saying before, Pamitha does have prayer beads, so she is back. Here comes Wisty with a quick crone throw. This one for 10. Wisty banished here. And Tizo goes on a banishing spree. Oh, and even creates a portal for Nora to use. Going through, but with Stubborn Flame, only 10 damage on that occasion. Now that Nora's in the lead, her damage will be reduced by 10 every time, but there is the canned singularity. We saw a little bit of it, technically, on Nora's initial score, but not quite as dramatic on that occasion. Oh, speaking of dramatic, Wisty was about to score there, about to slam dunk that thing. That is, at least until Nora created a little black hole to affect the gravity in and around the orb, and did so here as well. Once again, the Stubborn Flame is active, reducing Nora's damage. But now Wisty able to get that crone dunk.
Neither triumvirate is closer than the other.
Portal created and can singularity set up. In this case, to facilitate a Pamitha plunge.
The Nightwings now are closer.
Wisty back in possession. Oh, cornered though. Tizo banished, but sets up the Pamitha score. This does seem to be the combo Nora is looking to capitalize on. Can singularity. The chaos is strong. It is powerful. Wisty's back in possession and nearly running that one in with a sap. Headwind down. Tizo down. But there is the can singularity, and Nora was just waiting for the opportunity to break it out once more, and another 10 damage this time, once again coming from a Pamitha plunge.
The ceremony. Vanished.
Oh, and big implosion from Tizo means plenty of space for Pamitha to come through here. I think Wisty this time did take the rekindling, so one score potentially enough for Nora to reduce the initial Pyre life down to 0, but as we see here, the second life bar comes out and it is 50. Which means Wisty still with some time here. Oh, and Nora using Tizo as a weapon, just pushing him toward the opposition. Clearing out some room for Pamitha. Oh, and last second block there for Nora. What would have been a crone plunge. Pamitha not quite on that occasion. Milda a little bit lonely here at the moment. Retreats.
A bit of a
Gives it up to Volfred, who has an opportunity to throw this time for 17.
A second wind.
Can singularity is back again.
Pamitha banished.
Volfred. Now banished. Headwind. And Tizo. Once again, Nora just pushing Tizo into the opposition, but actually everyone down on Nora's side. Volfred. Does he have the opportunity here? Yes, he does. To throw that one for 21, and that means now it's possible for Wisty to finish this with one score.
From the Nightwings' opponents.
Feral Curse the Crone salute Wisty with the ace up the sleeve.
GG.
The rite conducted with aplomb.
GG. Well played, you two.
The rite
I'd like to be
is
invited again.
complete.
Okay, no worries. Let's just get back to the menu.
Until the next rite.
Okay, you just want me to uninvite, re-invite again, Anor?
Yeah.
Okay. Failer made that match happen. That's true, that was a Failer request. Despite how it seems as though that is a core favorite, on that occasion, it was Phaler who was behind that request, just the arena. The rest was up to the players. But let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Nor says good for a couple more, then she'll look to swap out, so in that case, heads up. If there is anyone in chat who is interested in getting in on the action, we'll presumably be looking for someone fairly soon to swap in for Nor. But in that case, is there anything we'd like to see still between Wisty and Nor, or for this one, are we just going to let them take whatever they'd like? Looks like that might be the case. Oh, hold on. Imp Arena. All right. Is that all, Wisty, or did you have anything else in mind?
That's it.
Okay, gotcha. Let's get started then.
The fate shall confront the Nightwings. Welcome.
All right, so we do find ourselves
Who shall conduct the rites?
at the Isle of Kalamer. No requests affecting your team composition, though, so up to you in terms of how you would like to approach this situation. Lots of harps so far today. It is now a Triesta's Plume, Tamitha for Wisty. Webbed Lanthorn Tizo, first choice for Nor. It is, of course, the Isle of Kalamer. There is always that temptation to go the imp route here. Wisty was the one who requested it. Yet, no imps yet for Wisty, as that is a quick-throwing Volfred now. On the other hand, Nor doubling down on the imps, that time with Titan Tooth to stun anyone that Raji flies into. What's up, little people? How's it going? How are you? We are doing some multiplayer Pyre, of course. Some RITE NITE action.
Messenger Imp.
Okay, there's at least one imp. At least one imp, I was gonna say. After requesting the Imp Arena and referring to it as the Imp Arena, surely Wisty was going to take at least one imp. So glad we at least see that. Whereas in Nor's case, it is in fact triple imp. Nor goes all in, and here we are, getting things started at the Isle of Kalamer. Plenty of portals for both players to use here. Nor vanished here, although Wisty was stunned by the Titan Tooth. Who went almost enough time for Wisty to make it all the way through with the imp. Does not do so, but instead sets up a very dangerous portal. But Nor is threatening directly right now, in possession, close to Wisty's Pyre, and with that Titan Tooth stun, nearly made it in. Wisty's still stunned, and that means with a different imp, Anor able to make it in for a 25 damage plunge. Now Anor without Messenger Imp, and that means a little more space for Wisty to make it in here with a 25 damage Triesta's Plume plunge. However, did not get the chance for Tamitha to come back from banishment after plunging on that occasion. So Wisty is down to just 2 exiles in this round. Titan Tooth, once again, stunning Wisty. Wisty with enough time. Have to wake up early, can't play today. No worries, little people.
There goes Tizo.
Infinite stamina for Anor. Quick. Wisty stunned, but Wisty still able to intercept.
The orb is up.
Anor once again. Imp is fast. Here's Messenger Imp for Wisty. Finding a safe haven within a wall of imps, although wasn't enough to stop that implosion. Everyone down on Wisty's side means time for a 25 damage throw from Anor.
I wonder, shall the Nightwings press their luck?
Anor through the portal. Blocked, but Titan Tooth stuns Wisty. Wisty still quick enough to get the defensive play there, and snakes around the defender and in for another 25 damage Triesta's Plume plunge. But once again, Wisty out of luck here as we do not get Tamitha back in this round. And a bit of an opening here for Anor to capitalize on. Finds a gap in the defense, plunges for 25. That means one more of those might be all that Anor needs here. Can't recall as to how much rekindling Wisty went with this time. Wisty once again with Tamitha. This time stopped though. Or persistence pays off, does plunge, does trigger rekindling, but it is 50. That means we're actually tied at 50 apiece right now. Roughly 2 scores per player, assuming we're looking at full damage scores here. Oh, and Wisty almost able to intercept that, but Anor just barely able to get the 25 damage throw off, which means it is now possible for Anor to finish this with 1 score. Will this be it? It will.
GG.
GG.
The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Let's head on back then.
Until the stars align.
Imp good. True. Alright, well, we'll reset ourselves here, but let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. And as I was saying before, or as Anor was saying before, Anor is looking to swap out possibly after this one right here. So if there is anyone who is interested in getting in on the action, then let us know, as we will likely be looking to have you get in on the action soon. And do we want to just have this last one between Wisty and Anor come down to them taking whatever teams they'd like? Or is there any particular way in which we would like to structure this match? Anor turns Customize off, so we will be back to randomized Exiles, Masteries, and Talismans, not even seeing what those things are in advance. I wonder. The preferred format for some, I suppose. Could still do an arena, could still do a song. Wisty picks the song, says Anor. Wisty, what song would you like?
How about Volfred's theme?
Volfred's theme, okay. Get some certain plan going here. Alright, could still do an arena, but otherwise we have basically everything here. It looks like this might be it. So let's get started.
The fate versus
Alright, it'll be, what is technically Wisty's home arena here, as Wisty gets a harp, a demon, and a crone. It is 2 imps and a nomad for Nor. We can immediately see a cursed talisman for Wisty. With that black hoof preventing Udmilda from picking up the orb. And Nor, we know, has the sacred bond, allowing her to step on teammates' portraits to bring them back from banishment. Nor throws in for 15. We see Wisty had the extra starting Pyre life, presumably from Vids' mastery, so Wisty actually still above 100, even after that Anor score. Snadra down. No Celestial Spike on Vids. Actually, all of Wisty's exiles down here. Time for Anor to throw in for 15. But Wisty's still above 100, even after that. Snadra taking names at the moment, and shoulder smashing to get rid of the last of the defenders. Does seem like, well, I guess now we know exactly what Snadra's masteries are, right? Sacred Bond is on one side of the tree, the second mastery, and Shoulder Smash is second mastery on the other side. I like the interception with the Black Hoof Exile. Jumping in to intercept, only to immediately drop the orb, but it worked. It did work. But no one left on Wisty's side, although that must be a Stubborn Flame. So we see Anor with what appeared to be a maximum of 5 damage, and that basically tells us what almost all of Wisty's exiles on the Crone, or what all of Wisty's masteries on the Crone are. As Snadra throws for 10, once again, maximum damage reduced by that presumed Stubborn Flame.
United in banishment. Not much
But
force
once
of
again,
will
everyone
behind
down
that
on Wisty's
thrust.
side means time for a 10 damage Snadra throw.
Now then,
Winged Fury for Pamitha, learning a little bit more there. Snadra just quick enough, and there is the confirmation. We were pretty darn sure at that point, but in case anyone was still skeptical, Stubborn Flame confirmed. Is Paleth down here?
banished
That
one
means
and all.
after that banishment, once again everyone down on Wisty's side, and there is the rather anticlimactic 5 damage throw from Tizo.
There goes the witch Udmilda.
That is an aggressive Pamitha, but everyone down on both sides, nor the first to get someone back.
Audacious
Wisty banishes almost the entirety of Nor's team, but with that Sacred Bond, Nor able to get those exiles back fairly quickly. That seems like extra casting distance on Vids, but Vids down. Oh, but Wisty gets defenders back just in time to slow Snadra, but Snadra then banishes the defenders again.
sublime.
And I think accidentally plunged on that occasion, momentum taking Snadra in for the plunge, and means that now she is gone for this round. So it's a double imp setup right now for Nor in that case.
Pamitha, be gone.
Tizo down. But brought back upon going through Anor's portal.
None left unscathed.
Oh, and Wisty has the only exile out at the moment, but can't pick up the orb with that exile. Not the situation Wisty was looking for.
Positively brutish. That was the last of them.
And now no one back defensively to stop this 5 damage Tizo throw.
Yes. Banishment for
Snadra
all.
once again banishes the team,
A nearly negligible error.
sets herself up for 10 damage there.
The rite is nearly ended.
It's time Snadra down, but
An awkward
down goes
situation
all
for the fate.
of Wisty's team. Snadra not quick enough though. Wisty able to recover. Wisty trying to escape from right next to the Pyre, but can't really do so with Udmilda, unfortunately, so it's gonna have to come down to Vids here.
The fate
But
of
both of those exiles banished. Wisty Defenseless once more.
Merely negligible effort.
Milda banishes 1, banishes 2. Can't do anything with the orb, though. Vizpaleth back. Wisty. Banished here with Vizpaleth.
Quite an exchange.
Vizpaleth's return. Nor looking to find a way around. But can't do so on this occasion. Hamatha against Snadra. We know Snadra has the shoulder smash, though. Nor eyeing the portal, but Wisty was in position with Vizpaleth. But Snadra was in position to get some banishments here. And plunge in
GG.
for the win.
The Night Wings prevail.
GG.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
Well played, you two.
The right is done.
And we'll head on back. And Nor, you're welcome to stick around.
Right.
But if you need to swap out, then no worries. Does mean we'd be looking for someone else to take Anor's place here, though. Is there anyone who would like to do that? Core can? Alright. In that case, Anor, if now is still the time you're looking to swap out, then I think we can make that happen.
Yeah. Thanks for the matches, for the rights.
Yeah.
No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Anor. Good to have you. Catch you later.
Thank you.
Alright. And now let's get Core in here. Are you showing up, Core? There you are. That go through? Yes, okay. In the meantime, I'll reset this in the least efficient way possible. Turn customize back on before we forget. But let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. No worries, little people. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later. Oh, and if you guys could just confirm, looks like Core is player 2, Wisty presumably still player 1, unless we're getting some more funky business from remote play now. Wouldn't rule it out. Okay.
Yeah, Core is player 2. For me, there's like a box on the screen, so I can't do anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, no worries.
Oh, I see. It's that thing.
There we are.
Yeah, I'm player 1.
Okay, nice. So let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for our first match between Wisty and Core for the day. Wisty's been going for a while now, but Core's first match of the day, so up to you as to whether you would like to give Core the chance to warm up, or if you feel like, nah, he can handle anything. Oh, well, Anor says, yeah, Core can handle anything, so we'll turn customize off. For Core only! Oh my goodiness.
That's brutal.
Well, interestingly, this does actually change the dynamic a little bit for customize off, because it does mean that if Wisty wanted to, Wisty could check what Core's setup is in between picking exiles, because basically once Wisty locks in one exile, the customize off will randomly select an exile setup for Core, and then once Wisty selects another exile, Core's second exile will get randomly created. So there is some potential to spy on Core's team in advance here, but I don't know, I feel like that I'll leave it up to Anor, the extent to which that is allowed, or if Anor has no strong opinions, then I suppose the power is in Wisty's hands to decide what extent to which we will get to see Core's team in advance. But let's jump in. Honor says she doesn't mind. So it sounds like Wisty / Core. If you would like to see Core's team, you can.
The fate shall take on the Pyre Hearts.
I would love to see my team, but it's only 2.
Welcome.
Right, you won't be able to see the third and final exile, because as soon as Wisty locks in the third exile, the match will start.
Oh, I get what's happening now.
Yeah, like
Okay.
once you lock in your first exile, Core's first exile will get chosen. So if you wanted to, you could spy on Core's team that way. Up to you, obviously it gives you more information, but on the other hand, it also gives Core more information, so the choice is yours. As Wisty goes, prayer beads, and salute.
Sounds like Orlek. I think I have Orlek.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
That's an Orlek animation.
The ground definitely did shake. Now, quick throwing Wolfred. So now, at this point, Wisty, if you want to, you can spy. It is not Orlek.
Just a demon, okay.
It is a demon, but it
Manly.
is not Orlek, and then it is
Can you
manly.
click on manly? Oh. Okay.
Well, yeah,
No.
up to you guys. The
You gotta
extent
leave
to
a
which...
little bit of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it defeats the
Otherwise,
purpose a
it's
little bit
not
if you actually
customized off
see all the
match.
stuff.
No, because I can't pick it. That's part of the fun. The fun is not knowing. The fun is.
But then it might as well be a randomizer on the bot, right?
And then it's also no fun for me. So then I just I like the surprise too. Let's see. What do I want?
Well, you have some information now about Core's team. The extent to which you want to try to counter that, you of course could. Though don't have that much detail. Wisty, going double crone here. Alright, so it is a demon and a sap, as we knew, but it is Snadra, the final exile that we had not seen on Core side. We saw the classes, we did not see the masteries. It's a banishing throw, manly, interestingly. Mooncrest on Snadra, I think, as well, as Wisty plunges in there, or throws in there for 10. Wait, or was that Mooncrest on Udmilda? Oh, yes, okay, well, technically we knew that, I suppose, and that is not a bad choice, but maybe it was just Udmilda getting banished right next to one of Core's exiles?
Well, that's an 100% food there.
Yeah. Well, there is still a chance that it was one of Core's exiles there, and Core just happens to also have Mooncrest.
To each his own.
Just two exiles, more or less, right on top of each other. No, it's Luminous Idol on Snadra. That's not bad.
Splash that time.
That's not bad, as Snadra throws in for 5. We obviously see the Sacred Bond for Snadra.
Banished all.
Numbing Gust, though, will slow Core down here and makes the Luminous Idol not particularly helpful, at least not on that occasion. Udmilda. Couldn't quite get the throw off in time.
Well, now
And neither could Core with Manly. That was interesting. Not quite enough time for Manly to dunk it in that time. Volfred to Udmilda. Back to Volfred. He's banished before he can throw, though. Mooncrest once again activating here. Wisty having very good luck with how often that is activating. It is not supposed to be a 100% chance, though as Core was noting, it might certainly feel like it right about now.
Sandra banished.
Snadra down. Now just Manly back for Core, but he does have the exploding saplings. Is he trying to find some real estate to work with there? But there's a lot of big auras around Core's Pyre, and Core, with those banishing throws, also able to threaten that way.
It is taken. No sign of the fate for now.
Everyone down on Wisty's side. The Numbing Gust slowing Core down. Oh, but he blinks straight in, and we did see Wisty take the Stubborn Flame, so it is reducing Core's damage.
The orb is up.
But still, a dramatic sap plunge.
How very sad for the Pyre hearts.
Everyone down this time on Core's end, but Core also with Numbing Gust means Wisty also slowed down. Snadra banished here, and Numbing Gust active, but Wisty at least closer to the Pyre now, and does have enough time to plunge, in this case for the full 30. Gertrude sidesteps a couple of potential banishments, but does eventually get cornered.
All of the fate.
And now everyone down on Wisty's side. Core far enough from the Pyre, though, that unable to score directly, while Wisty is without any defenders, but soon thereafter does get a 20 damage Demon Plunge. Once again, Stubborn Flame reducing Core's damage a bit here, but Wisty getting full value out of that, once again, 30 damage Prone Plunge. And Prayer Beads means Wisty still at full strength even after that plunge. Oh, and quick throws.
Threw it in.
Wisty with enough time for the full 25 damage.
Perhaps the scribes are favoring the fate.
Now Wisty ahead means Stubborn Flame no longer active here. Exploding Sapling. Oh, Wisty with the Crone Salute. However,
That was all.
Core had Viz Paleth coming back from banishment, gets the defensive play, and then scores with a Sap Plunge in Howler form.
The Pyre hearts seem
Not, I think, how Wisty had drawn that one up in the locker room.
farewell for now, witch.
This time, however, Wisty, without the assistance of the Crone's Loot, still able to get in for a 30 damage plunge.
Nearly ended.
And that means one score, potentially all Wisty needs here, but then again, Core does have a sap. Does he have Rekindling? We're not really sure.
The dying
Well, he has 10 after that off-the-wall plunge for extra style points. That was not Wisty's Prayer Beads Crone, so Wisty is just down to 2 exiles here. One score, though, all that Wisty would need.
all banished.
Series of banishments, but Core able to bring back some teammates with the help of Sacred Bond. I think that's the reason why Core was the one still left standing there. Oh, Wisty might have been going for the off-the-wall plunge there as well. Now Core slowed by the Numbing Gust. Snadra down.
Simply monstrous.
Core looking to bring them back, unable to do so. Now everyone down on Core's side, at least till Snadra returns.
The orb slips from your clutches.
Snadra, next to the Pyre,
Rather cunning.
throws in for 20, and now means it is possible for Core as well to at least deplete Wisty's initial life bar. Does Wisty have Rekindling? Does have a sap, so it is possible. I don't recall. Wisty, Numbing Gust active, but right next to the Pyre, so it will be just that. What's up, Cassie? How's it going?
Adversaries
Forgot how much you
are
love this
ever
game?
so close.
We are doing some multiplayer Pyre.
The rite is done.
Some multiplayer Pyre here, and we are just done with that match. Well played, you two. We'll head on back and let us know. Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one, setup-wise. Otherwise, we'll turn Core's Customize back on. But of course, we could turn both players' Customize off, or do any of a number of other things if people are interested. Alright. Well, wait, what? What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Something isn't adding up here. Something isn't quite right. Can't quite put my finger on it. Something's a little off. Wisty voluntarily turns Customize huge brain plays. Wisty turns their own Customize off. Perhaps in a way to recreate what Core was experiencing last time. But then Core turns Customize off for a player who is no longer playing right now. So that's a bit of a head scratcher. It's a bit of a head scratcher. Not entirely sure how to interpret that. Core, care to explain?
No.
Alright. Yeah, I think that means we have both players go Customize off here. Let's jump in. Let's see what we end up with this time.
The fate shall now
Alright.
face
For
the
Wisty,
Pyre.
it is Demon, Nomad, Worm. For Core, it is, I think that's Orlek. It is Orlek this time, and 2 worms. Okay, we see Wisty got the extra 35 starting Pyre life from Ignarius. Same cannot be said for Core with Orlek. Very intrigued to see what Orlek has, because of course, when set up properly, he is incredibly powerful as he plunges for 25. Does not have prayer beads. We can say that much. Core's throw is slightly short. Does have Core does have Avenging Aid on at least one of those worms, which is useful when you have Orlek on your team, but this time Core throws for 10 with one of those worms.
Too close to call who shall prevail as yet.
A bit of
Barely
an alleyway, a channel for Wisty to exploit there, setting up that 9 damage worm throw. This time Core returning the favor though with 16 damage on that worm throw. Was there Seize Chance active there? Or was that some other source of additional damage? Something's given Core some extra damage, it would seem. That is, once again, 23 damage. But it doesn't say when you throw. It doesn't give the name of the talisman, at least, so it might be coming at the cost of reduced hope? Or it might be the one that is just pure throwing damage with no downside?
Well, I dare
Or no additional
say,
damage for plunging? Well, here's Orlek plunging for 25.
now ends
We
the
know Orlek is not
separation.
coming back in this round.
Oh,
But Worms plus Orlek. In case anyone had forgotten, it's been a little while, but it is a very strong combo. And it was Astral Live.
the Pyre
GG.
prevailed. They vastly outperformed their adversaries. The rite is ended.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back
Until the next rite.
and let us know which other player who is not currently playing we would like to make requests about for this next one.
Taylor.
Veiler's up next. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn Customize back on, unless, of course, Core turns Customize off immediately upon my clicking this button. Well, Customize off for lids, of course. Of course. That was the only logical place to go from there. I'm trying to think of what that would actually mean, though. How would you act? Because you could probably come up with some way in which that applies to me as the commentator, but off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure.
Speak in a different language.
Ahora vamos a hablar en español. Entonces,
But it has to
¿listos?
be random.
What if the random language happens to be English?
And you speak English.
Alright! Look at that! Anything else? Oh, also, I'm sorry, Wisty, I can't honor that request. You didn't put any lead coin on the line for it.
I know.
Alright. Anything we would like to see for this next one?
I have something.
Oh, okay.
Just arena.
Hold your horses. It's the Glade from Core. Glade of Liu. You said just the Glade Core, nothing else to go along with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we run with just that then?
The fate shall confront the Pyre hearts. Welcome.
Alright, so up to the players now.
Who shall conduct the
Take whatever
rites?
they'd like.
Vids, can I have 5 masteries?
I mean, if you can figure out how to make that happen, then you know what? I might be open to it, but
Okay, I figured it out. I have 5 masteries.
oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Only real ones know.
Yep. I saw that you and Baylor came to a discovery recently. Wisty, no nonsense, going with the Meta Jodariel. Then an offensive Speedy Tizo for Core. Now, full rekindling on Banishing Throw Manly is the final choice for Wisty. As Core will go with a Leeching Bertrude.
Now begin.
Core, Pamitha,
Foiled.
Throw Intercepted. No Pamitha, gets a few banishments and Wisty defenseless.
A flame is stricken.
Crone Return is not quick enough to stop that 20 damage Pamitha throw. So Core gets us started. Whoa!
No sign of the fate for now.
As Pamitha goes on a bit of a banishing spree. setting up what is a 20 damage crone throw, presumably from Wisty's Stubborn Flame. So once again, Ametha, very aggressive casting there, and means plenty of time and space for another 20 damage crone throw.
Was almost cool.
Stubborn Flame once again active though, reducing Pamitha's damage.
An awkward situation for the Fate.
Wisty defenseless. Once again, big Pamitha banishment sets up 20 damage on the crone throw. That means one more of those could at least deplete Wisty's starting life bar, but I believe we saw Wisty go maximum rekindling.
A blessing keeps
And there it
the fire
is.
burning hot.
This time Pamitha a little bit off target. Not able to get as many banishments as quickly, at least, and Wisty, oh, nearly just stood still and watched the defenders fly by. Not quite able to capitalize on that opportunity, though. Pamitha once again gets rid of the entirety of Wisty's team, but I think is out of throwing range. Inches a little bit closer, and now gets the 10 damage. Now it's Wisty doing the banishing, and Wisty doing the plunging. Wisty without prayer beads is Udmilda-less in this round. Or this time with just a quick 8 damage throw. Wisty, unable to capitalize on that Udmilda opportunity. Orb unclaimed, at least until Tizo retrieves. He's now by himself here. It is technically an offensive Tizo, I was about to say. Perhaps that's not really what Core had in mind, but then again, perhaps that is part of the plan.
United in banishment.
As Core now with time for a 20 damage crone throw, oh, with a little bit of leech as well. It means Wisty holding on for 2
The orb is up.
right now as Pamitha back at it again.
Thoroughly banished.
Pamitha will finish the job with a quick
GG.
throw.
The Pyre hearts prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries must be crying tears of shame.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Alright. So now we'll head on back. Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for
Till
next
the
one.
stars align.
And so for context, we basically figured out that for the harps, if you take one of their masteries, it for some reason also gives you the effect of another mastery. So you're functionally getting 2 masteries for the price of 1. Which is why Core said, oh, Lids, can I get 5 masteries? Which, admittedly, initially, I thought nothing of, until I saw him select a harp and went, oh, now I see what's happening. I immediately regret what I have said. So, I don't know, Core / Phaler, who I think were the two who were sort of behind this discovery. Have we figured out if there's a quick and easy way to debug that? Or is that
yeah,
something
it's just
that remains?
one if statement, basically.
Okay.
Of course
Basically-
it is.
Basically, you just check it.
Whoopsie!
Basically, you just check if they have the skill, and then
You know, this very simple thing of checking to see if the character actually has the skill they're supposed to have. Imagine that! So what is the... Well, I'm not sure I really want to be shining additional light on this bug, at least until we have fixed it. So maybe we won't describe it in any further detail at the moment. On second thought. Well, let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. In the meantime, maybe we don't go for the 5 mastery harp setup.
Wait, so I just can't take Winged Fury?
Well,
Just take Winged Fury.
I don't know. Where is that? Where is that one on the tree?
That's the first one.
On the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard not to take it for that reason, because if you want anything on the right side, you have to take it. So, I mean, I guess it's fine for now, and hopefully we'll be able to resolve that fairly quickly then. Sounds like it's fairly straightforward.
It's also not the greatest mastery, so it's not like, you know.
Yeah, it's one that sometimes people will just... We oftentimes see primarily left side for the harps, but if people don't take the harp salute, then it's pretty common for them to throw just the 1 point in the right side of the tree. Maybe not the most common setup, but probably the second
That's
most
what
common
I do,
setup.
Usually, yeah.
Not seeing any specific requests from chat, though, so unless anyone has any last thoughts here, I think we're looking at just getting back in.
The fate shall take on
And it's the fall.
the Pyre hearts.
And Wisty is also volunteering to swap out if anyone else is interested in getting in, so just a heads up, if anyone would like to do that, we can potentially get you in for Wisty here. Let us know. But at least for this one, it is up to you to take whatever you'd like here. No requests at all. There'll be an exploding Lady River in the lead spot for Wisty. Oh, heads up. Yeah, hangover effect. Unless you want a snail-like Tizo. Instead, Core goes for the power-casting Snadra. So Wisty does go full left side. The harp setup there. Including the harp salute to switch places with the closest ally. As Core sticks with the offensive imp, but this time it's coming with messenger imp rather than Tizo.
Exile.
And Web Lanthorn Raji, last choice for Wisty.
Bertrude.
And it'll be Bertrude in the final spot for Core.
Commence.
Big power cast from Snadra takes out 2. Pamitha, elusive here. Does get shoulder smashed though. Messenger Imp flies over the defender and straight in here for 25. As we were saying, that is actually a somewhat rare offensive imp setup. Snadra. Power casting all over the place. Pamitha finds the way past Snadra, but not past Bertrude. Here is Snadra, in possession now. She's banished though, and Core momentarily defenseless here. Bertrude does return, but is unable to stop this 15 damage worm plunge. Wisty is without Lady River now, and that leaves just Pamitha out at the moment, at least until Raji makes a return. Core flies over and in for 25, once again coming from the imp. Snadra. Trying to do it herself, and does. 20 damage, 10 leech as well. Messenger Imp. Round one defender, and around the other as well. And at the moment, it is Messenger Imp's world, and we're just living in it. Wisty does have a portal, but instead opts to go the direct route, but does lose Lady River there. Only to bring her back with the Web Lanthorn. Here she is. That means everyone gone, though, on Core's side, at least till Snadra returns, just in time to at least slow Pamitha and Shoulder Smasher. Ooh, but the Titan Tooth does stun Snadra, and that leaves just enough time for Wisty to plunge in for 15 with the worm. Now no Lady River, though. Snadra, stutter stepping, and plunging.
GG.
GG.
Most excellently done this time, I must admit.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
As we were saying, it seems Wisty is volunteering to swap out if anyone is interested in getting in. Haven't seen anyone saying they're looking to do that just yet, but let us know if you are. Otherwise, assuming this might still be Wisty and Core here, let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for that. Oh, Core, or rather, Phaler says he is looking to get in here. So we can have Phaler against Core in that case.
Dope. Good game score, and thank you both for the rights.
GG's.
Games.
Good to have you, Wisty. Catch you later. Let me free you from Steam Remote Play. And let me get Phaler in here. There he is. Says he's away on Steam. I assume that's not a problem, but we're about to find out.
No, it works. I got it.
Okay, good. Oh, hold on. I might know what time it is? Maybe? Not entirely sure, Nor? Okay, yes, that is what I suspected. I'm not sure we've heard it yet today. Okay, hold on. Because it is officially, according to Nor, Thrash Pack o'clock. Phaler, you going True Nightwings today? Is that a
That I
coincidence? You are. Exciting stuff.
You think you're cool or something, Phaler?
I feel like looking
Oh.
like red auras.
Then I just started typing in True Nightwings. No, that's not the way that works. And that's also not the way that works, Lids. There we go. Also, what is the... Hold on. I misclicked. There we go. Pay no mind to Daler. Phaler's true Nightwing alter ego, Daler. His doppelganger. Alright, well. This... In that case, this will be our first match between Phaler and Core for the day. Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see between them besides just the song. Could give Phaler a chance to warm up, or, you know, we could always just go straight into something crazy. Up to you guys. But maybe Thrash Pack is all we need. Maybe Thrash Pack is all we need.
The true Nightwings versus.
Alright, Nesta Triesta, it might not be Barker's home arena, but I feel like it's probably the next closest thing.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Something about the fiery pits of lava. Oh. My goodness.
Exile.
What a remarkable, remarkable man. So stylish. So incredible.
Sandra.
Oh, it's Gareth first,
Tizo.
flanked by Tizo. Notably, this might be a lore-accurate True Nightwings coming from Phaler. We're gonna have to see. Or led with Snadra, now going for the Exploding Gilman. There are technically a couple of directions Phaler could go in if he's looking to do that. Goes for the Titan Tooth on Ignarius in the final spot. It is a demon, but it is not Orlek or Volfred was the other one I was thinking of. Could both be reflective of True Nightwing's characters. Speedy Volfred in the final spot from Core. So here we go. Begin. Time to Thrash Pack. Oh, Core going for the shielding Nomad strats with the assistance of Volfred's shield. Volfred intercepts. Gives it up to Gilman, but he's banished. Phaler now. Defenseless at the moment, and Siege Chance is active, which means a little bit of extra damage for Core here. 25 on that warp throw. Here's Gareth. Look at that. Incredible. Truly incredible. Tizo returns. Gets rid of Snadra. Brings back Gareth. Iggy as well. Gareth down. Snadra got rid of everyone, at least until Tizo returned, but he's quickly shoulder smashed. Snadra blocked as well, though. Series of banishments. Eventually, Snadra gets what she was looking for. Throws it in for 15 here. Has to cut it still a little bit short. Gareth. Quick throw. Good for 20. This time Gareth down. Snadra banished as well. Oh, and Tizo banishes everybody. Goes for the throw. It's good for 15. Gareth. His throw is intercepted. Iggy. Back to Tizo. Tizo by himself right now does set up a dangerous portal. Now Phaler defenseless means time for Snadra to throw for the full 20 and also 10 leech to go on top of that. Gareth, his throw intercepted. Snadra down. Gareth down. Snadra back. Shielded. But not that time. Gareth. Oh, look at that. Threads the needle. Gareth again, but this time throw is intercepted. Gareth teleports to the orb and throws it past the defender and in for 20. Gareth intercepted now. Core with Snadra. Shields to avoid one defender, but banished by the second. Gilman somehow finds a way in between those two defenders, setting up a 15 damage plunge, but it now means that Core is without Gilman in this round. Gareth banishes one, but Core protects the orb with that sapling aura. Except sap down just buys Core enough time to get Snadra back. She waits for Wolfred to return, although Snadra goes down. Iggy has the infinite stamina. Haven't seen Phaler do very much of that. It's been pretty much all Gareth, but as you just saw, still certainly threatening that infinite stamina Ignarius. And Core down to just 5 Pyre Life. Does have a sap. Don't recall as to how much, if any, rekindling he has, but it is certainly possible that that is a non-zero value. Snadra. Well shielded. Snadra versus Gareth. Well shielded again. Throw intercepted though, and Phaler through the portal with the infinite stamina. Going with, oh, Tiso nearly made it in there. Core back with Snadra. Passes it over to Gilman. Gets the throw off. Oh, looked like that might have been on target. There is the rekindling. It is 10. So Core is still holding on here, but not by much. And if Gareth were to have plunged there, as he does now, then that would do the trick. GG.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
All right. Now let's head on back.
Until the stars.
As you can tell by how the game plays the Will of the Scribes when Gareth is on the main screen there, clearly the Will of the Scribes is for Gareth to be the chosen one, but that goes without saying. Alright, so we'll reset the song, but let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. And Phaler has had his warm-up at this point, so I think it is fair to say we can throw whatever we'd like at either of these two. They can handle it. Not seeing anything though, so maybe we'll just have them take whatever they'd like for the next one. That works too.
The true Nightwings shall now face the Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
Alright, so up to you.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Take whatever you would like here. Phaler mixing it up. This time he's the one going with the power casting Nomad. Core will do the same, though in his case it's with Snadra. Now Barker does make his appearance a little late after his thrash pack had already been played, but we'll take it. As now a quick throwing Manly for Core.
exile.
Core takes Webland Thorn on Messenger him, and we are good to go.
Commence.
Big power cast from Headwind, although the shield for Core actually deflects it back in Headwind's face. Failure with Barker, nearly able to make it in, but just a little bit short of the target. Big implosion, but well shielded from Core. Raji against Snadra. Raji wins out. Oh, and Barker, shoulder smash. For a second there, it looked like he had found his way to the opposing Pyre.
The adversary's flame.
Messenger, through a portal that was quite close to Failur's Pyre there. Sneaks his way through for 15 damage on that plunge. Barker, blocked, and now banished. Snadra, for Core, well shielded, and now sets up the plunge for 20 damage. Another good shield from Manly. Barker returns quickly though and rushes Manly down. Nearly enough time for him to make it all the way through, but not quite. Thus far, at least, Core has largely kept Barker in check. A lot of close calls, though. The Titan Tooth stuns Core, and that is the breakthrough that Failure was looking for. No prayer beads, however, on Barker, so he's gone, and that means no one left defensively for Failure, so time for not only 20 damage, but I believe also 10 leech from Snadra's score there, and another shielded Snadra foray toward Failure's Pyre, and it sets up another 20 damage plunge plus 10 leech. Dangerous portal for Failure.
No sign of the pyre.
We might not need it here, as he has time now to be the one scoring for 20 and leeching for 10. Edwin wins that duel with Snadra, blocked and banished though. That leaves just Barker back. Snadra through the portal, and suddenly she's closer to Failure's Pyre than Failure is. So Core throws for 17, gets leech from that as well.
A lick of flame remains.
Raji goes all the way in. That means now no Raji for Failure though. Barker against Manly. Manly can't find his way past the defense. Here is Barker. He can't quite make it past Messenger in. Now Snadra's turn.
Didn't see it coming.
But the shield comes back, and it once again helps set up Snadra. 11 damage this time, a little bit of leech as well, which means would be enough for Core with one score here, but as we've established, both players do have access to leech. Failure defenseless momentarily, but Barker makes a quick return. If possible, presumably, Failure would like to get some scores from Headwind, because he is the one who can do that leech, as Failure blocks what was a dangerous portal play from Core. His portal still quite close to Failure's Pyre.
The orb is up.
Goes through that portal, but still Failure able to make the defensive stop. Barker can't make it happen this time. Snadra, portal might be slightly farther away now. Edwin, that was the score Failure was looking for. Couldn't quite make it happen though. And this time, I think that was a throw from the sap to seal the deal.
Their pyre yet burns with vigor and resolve.
GG.
The rite is ended.
Alright, well played, you two. Let's head on back, because we already have a request for the next one.
The next rite.
It is Customize Off, courtesy of Honor. Randomized Exiles, Masteries, and Talismans. Let us know if there's any song or arena we'd like to pair with that, but otherwise, we do have a lot of things accounted for here. Not immediately seeing anything else, though. So I suppose we'll just go with that Customize Off. We'll see what we end up with this time.
The true Night Wings shall confront.
That's double Demon for Phaler, plus a Nomad. Then Sap, Crone, and Imp for core. One of those demons is Orlek. Not this one, but the other one. He's blocked. And now banished. Okay, he has the usual 30-second respawn time, but Phaler does have Sacred Bond, which helps bring back Orlek when he gets banished, which is pretty huge. Luminous Idol on Ignarius. Phaler probably would have preferred to have seen that on Orlek instead, but still not a bad talisman by any means. 38 damage? Huh? That's a strange number, but I guess core has extra damage of some variety. And core definitely has a Stubborn Flame, because that, I believe, is not the first time we've seen a 20 damage demon score, which as the maximum amount, which usually would not be the case, of course. Okay, there was looking to bring back the demon who was right on top of Core's Pyre, but instead it is Core plunging with Kerfang. Okay, so Core has, is that now 2 exiles with extra damage on their talismans? That is pretty significant. There is the confirmation, Stubborn Flame, as I was saying. Oh, look at that. That is the power of Orlek. In case anyone forgot, the speed, mobility, and huge aura working together to great effect. But if not Orlek, then Phaler can make it happen with Ignarius as well. Oh, actually, no, that was Orlek who plunged, and that was Ignarius who was making the initial move. Ignarius doing his best Orlek impression, especially with those raiment colors. Playing some mind games with us. And Core standing at just 10 Pyre life. But Phaler had to cut that throw short, so just 5 on that occasion. But presumably, 1 score now would be all that Phaler needs. But Core able to throw this one for 6.
A swift recovery. Now go.
Tizo. Back to Volfred. Volfred deliberately throws the orb at his Pyre to bounce it back out, but Phaler still has time. But we saw the sap, and yes, there is rekindling. It is 50 for Core, but his second life bar is now out. Ooh, everyone down except Phaler must have Typhoon Bottle because he doesn't have a sap. That actually turns out to be very effective Orlek setup for Customize Off with both the Sacred Bond and, even if things go wrong, the Typhoon Bottle as an insurance policy. For situations like this, when Core is slowed, still quick enough though to make it in for 38 damage. As we were saying, Core does have some potential to deal a lot of damage very quickly. And with that Stubborn Flame, he is reducing the amount of damage that Phaler is doing. So add those two things together, and it does make this a little tricky. There is another 38 damage plunge, which means it is now possible, at least if Berkford were to return, for Core to finish this with 1 score. Does have extra damage on Tizo as well from the Talisman spot, but I don't remember if he also has the extra damage on the Mastery. But Phaler throws for 25, and now Phaler has the potential to finish this, as does Core. Core needs to be a little bit pickier, though. For Phaler, it could be anyone. For Core, he would really like it to be Bertrude. Here is Bertrude, but she's stopped. Phaler, with Oralek, uncontested, for the winning score. GG.
GG.
Perhaps a stroke of fortune ought to be thanked.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to do for the next one. In the meantime, I'll turn Customize back on. It's getting a little late here. Of course, we got a slightly later start today because we were running into some technical difficulties at the beginning. But yeah, this could end up being our penultimate rite, I suppose. Potentially the last one in which we take requests before we go into the Liberation Rite protocols. If that is the case, then of course, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for this one. Or says, well, I'd like to make sure we get at least 1 more Glade in today. Will that be all? Or is there anything else we'd like to add on top of that? No, that's true! Hold on! Ooh, we have not had a boat yet today. That's not good. That is not good. Give Core some time to rethink his arena request. Perhaps? Okay, fine. We can't peer pressure you into changing it to a boat. Have it your way. It will remain the Glade. We tried. Alright, well, let's head in then. Is there any other arena we didn't see today? I think we saw one at the pit. I think it was a pretty quick one. One in the book. Yeah, I think we've seen everything besides both.
Welcome.
Lids will remember that.
Who shall conduct the rites?
I've not played many Telltale games, but one I played the tiniest little bit of Wolf Among Us once, and so for those of you who don't know, the Telltale games are of course games in which there are a lot of choices that you make, and then the choices very much affect the way that the storyline branches, and for important decisions it will often say in the top right corner a little text that goes, such and such character will remember that whenever you do something big. And all I remember from my brief The Wolf Among Us experience was I was introducing myself to a character, and they asked me how I was doing, and then I gave the most generic possible response, and then it said, this character will remember that. Oh, okay, apparently, you know, saying, I'm doing fine, how are you, is going to be a game-changing decision. Perhaps not exactly what I had anticipated when I started playing that game. But in case it flew under the radar, as we went on our little tangent there, yes, that is a canon singularity that Core is breaking out with the Stowaway, as we might have anticipated would be the case as soon as we saw him request the Glade. Little bit more chaos before the night is through. Might not be boat magic, but it is canon singularity. Here is the Stowaway. She is banished. This time, though, Gilman back to the Stowaway. Stowaway goes straight in. Good for 20. Snatter down, but that does bring back Gilman, as the Stowaway is permanently banished after her plunge, and of course has the canon singularity, not prayer beads. Either through the portal, gets the infinite stamina, but Core did have someone in position there next to his own Pyre. but now pinned in by his own Pyre here. At least to a certain extent. Phaler wins it back, and finds the right angle to plunge here for 20 with his harp. No prayer beads, however, on Tamitha, so now she is gone for this round. Stowaway banished, but instead Core goes the worm throwing route with 14 coming off that throw.
Alas for Gilman.
Stowaway, hanging out next to the Pyre, receives the pass and jumps in for 20. Gilman down. Orb unclaimed. Taylor does get it. Does go through the portal, gets the infinite stamina. Had Siege's chance active, so had a little bit of extra firepower there. Now it's back with Core. Snadra
Farewell, Sondra.
automatically passes back to Gilman. His throw
Sir Gilman threw it in.
lands for 12.
The orb is taken.
Stowaway. Down she goes. Core with just Gilman now. Uses, the stunning claim, and Stowaway the only one able to move on this occasion, although Phaler just quick enough to respond once he could move to stop that attack. Bit of can Singularity Chaos, although Phaler still in position to get the interception there. This is probably not where Phaler would like all these exchanges to be happening, though. Preferably a little further away from his own Pyre, but does now get the chance to escape and plunge for 20.
Good.
Stowaway down. Gilman to bring her back. Activating the can Singularity, and Stowaway, banished again. Taylor now going on the attack and plunges in for 15 with his worm. Now means no Gilman for Phaler, though. Gilman down for Core. Stowaway brings her back, only to get banished herself.
Oh. Now to the flame.
Tamitha, shoulder smashed. Snapper banished as well, does bring back Gilman. Phaler now with a dangerous portal. Core in possession, though, and has the speed
The flame
to get
is
in
stricken.
for a 25 damage throw, courtesy of the bonus damage from C's chance.
Like that, and we
Means
are
one score, potentially all the Core would need here.
glorious.
Gonna come from the Stowaway. Not on this occasion. But with the help of Can Singularity, this time, she has it.
The Pyre Heart prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries did not even come close.
Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
Alright. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And I'll leave this one up to you, chat. What do you think? Do we go one more match before the Liberation Rite so that we can sneak in a boat rite? Or do we go straight into the Liberation Rite here? What do we think?
Down to either.
Course is down for either.
Up to Phaler.
Phaler, any preferences? Boat match,
Give me a
boat
boat.
rite before the Liberation? Or you want to go straight Liberation?
Boat, 100%.
Boat 100%? You heard it here. Boat it shall be. Boat
Only worms
it
on
shall
the
be.
boat, Go.
The true Nightwings shall confront the Pyre Hearts.
Alright, don't you worry, we will have ourselves a boat rite.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Phaler starting off with style. Going the Garrick Titan Tooth route. Core going Leech on Bertrude. Thaler also going leech, but in his case it's with Jodariel. Core now goes Speedy Ignarius. Thaler goes Speedy Vizpaleth. And Core finishes with Web Lanthorn Messenger. Alright, so here is our penultimate rite, our boat rite. Couldn't go a Rite Night without it, as Thaler gets it started with a stylish 20 damage Gareth Plunge. Jody, for Thaler, banishes all the defenders, but also Jody gets banished in the process. It's now Bertrude against Vizpaleth. Here is Vizpaleth. Ooh! Good airtime. And on the second jump, makes it in for 30. Now no Vizpaleth for Thaler. Gareth, locked initially. Oh, and stunned the opposing team, and couldn't quite capitalize on that opportunity, though, as Thaler is now defenseless at the moment, at least until Gareth makes his return. Though now Core with a 15 damage throw from his Imp. Thaler took extra starting Pyre Life on both of his demons, so Thaler's still with quite a bit of Pyre Life here. Jody trying to go on a banishing spree, but there's one Imp that remains, and now that Messenger Imp is gone, that means Thaler does have time. Oh, goes back for the extra puddle, for the extra airtime. Doesn't quite get the big jump he was looking for, but does still have 30 damage plunge with the 15 leech to go along with it. And it means one score, potentially all that Thaler needs here. Doesn't even need to be from one of the demons. Gareth would have enough as well, as long as it's a full damage score. That was an interesting angle. Capitalized on the boat magic. Well, it did the trick here, as Thaler takes the win.
It was a glorious performance, I must say.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back, and
Until the stars align.
now that we've had our boat right, now let's go into the Liberation Rite. Which means, of course, we'll be headed to the Fall of Solium. We'll turn the sermon intro on, and I suppose we'll be going with the Pyre Hearts, Never to Return. And this will be our final Rite of the Night. So no requests from chat for this one. Both players just finishing things off in a style with their own preferred teams. So let's get started.
I bid you welcome, exiles, who are gathered at the Fall of Solium. Here one of you may walk the path to glory. We soon shall see who is the most deserving. True Nightwings, stand ready. Pyre Hearts, stand ready. Who shall conduct this rite?
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final Rite of the Night, our Liberation Rites. No requests from chat for this one. Both players just finishing things off in style. And that is certainly the case for Thaler here, as he goes with a Ninja Gareth. Aura's Scale, extra jumping distance on Gilman in Core's first spot. Thaler then with Web Lanthorn on a Super Portal Tizo. Core with a Leeching Jodariel. Speaking of style, exactly. Exactly. Thaler is coming in here and he is setting the tone. mostly from a fashion standpoint. But let's be honest, that's what matters most, right? Lanthorn Tizo for core to finish things off, and here we go for our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Phalar on the left representing the true Nightwings, and Core on the right representing the Pyre Hearts. Best of luck to you both.
Yeah, that's me. My controller is not responding.
Oh, okay.
Just for a second, at least. Okay, seems to be good now.
Okay, want me to give you guys a countdown? Does it seem good?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and on go I'll hit resume. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is taken. Now go. Trickery. How utterly brazen. The rite is nearly ended. And there it is, at last.
And there it is.
The Pyre Hearts proved their worth.
GG.
As for their adversaries, they
Games
did
together.
not.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the Liberation Rite.
That was our Liberation Rite, our final rite of the night. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everybody who gave us the request today in chat as well. With that being said, I'm gonna hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Alright. And let's just see. We'll kick Failure out of remote play. And then we'll just throw this screen on here. But thank you all for watching. As I was saying, that was our final ride of the night, our Liberation Rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everybody who gave us the request today in chat as well. This was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. My streaming schedule is Fridays, we are doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturdays, we're doing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And then Sundays, obviously, we're doing Pyre multiplayer. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. Also, I just picked up Helldivers 2, because I've been hearing so many people saying that is an amazing game. So, probably gonna at least try to find a way to carve out some time to either make some videos for YouTube for that, or maybe do a stream on Twitch for that. Obviously, our weekend slots are already accounted for here, so easier said than done, but would like to try to find a way to make that happen, because it does seem like that could be a really fun game, and just dipping my toe in the water at this stage. But if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button to get notification for when I go live. So follow me on Twitter, @LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well, but actually the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is by joining my Discord, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for today. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.